So a new champion's revealed in the patch stream and she is the new frontliner, Ashe, the War Machine. Unlike last time where we got some background on champions like Lex, Willow, etc., HirezHolt wasn't as generous this time. This is all that was said about her backstory.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different than what we've done for some of our other ones. I mean, she's a knight-like character, but she's pretty much like in her backstory and stuff is a siege machine. She's a one-person unit, right? She basically will anchor the army of the magistrate and go for take out a castle, magistrate. Take out an encampment, and kind of as you saw in her reveal trailer there, she can single-handedly like anchor a point for a team.
Come on, Hirez, please, you're killing us here. So anywho, nothing much was said about her on the stream as you just heard. That doesn't have to mean that this guy didn't overanalyze everything yet again. P.S. I really did. So, here we are. Ashe and Fernando are related. I mean, we can dive in a bit more and we will, but the evidence gets a bit cloudy, so I'll let you decide what you think. Let's go. Number 1, classes. They're both tanks or frontliners. See, that's a bit boring, so we'll move on very fast. Number 2, body armor. There aren't many champions that have the same kind of clothing, yet the same style. But when we look at Fernando and Ashe, we see that both of their armors are the same design, and they make them look bigger than they actually are. Number 3, weapon. They both have one-handed weapon. I mean, look at it. They're both rocking the trigger style weaponry. Ashe's weapon can be held with 2 hands, but she's comfortable using it in one hand in the default pose on the screen. Number 4, shield style. I mean, yes, all shields are blue from your team's perspective, but if you haven't noticed, each style of the shield is different. Barik has a projected shield that is wavy from the edges. Torvald has a solid bubble, which looks like glass if you damage it enough. But both Ashe and Fernando have a distinct X mark on their shield. And card art is number 5. See, this is the biggest part, so when people say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, Hirez takes it literally, and that is the reason we don't have any lore yet, because it's all in the card art. It's all in the card art. Now, seriously though, joking apart, there are some fun coincidences, if they are coincidences. I mean, they could be intentional, but here we go. Firstly, we must look at Fernando's card art and focus our attention on one main card. Immovable object. Keep this in mind for the time being. Now, we will look at Ashe's card and this is where the fun really begins. Focus on Battlement and Indomitable. Do you see the whole picture yet? If not, let me show you. What we can see from both Fernando and Ashe's cards is that they were both involved in a siege. So, looking at Indomitable and Immovable Object, we see similarities. They both do the same thing, which is CC reduction, but Ashe is 1% more than Fernando. That's maybe important to lore, but I'm not focusing on that much. So the important thing in my eyes here is that they both have red clothing in their armor. Another fun trivia fact is that they're both placed in the same place. Third item in the weapons/armor. See, I say maybe, but I think it's intended because Indomitable basically means impossible to defeat, and we all know what immovable means, duh. So, like I said, we should remember the card Battlement. Why is this important though? Because of the castle and its flag in the background. What color is it? It's purple. And this is important again, because look at Immovable Object yet again. You can see the purple flag again, but this time it's torn in the background. So what we can assume from this point is that the purple crew were defeated and Ashe's/Fernando's army won. Now with the card art saying a similar story, you would assume that it's being shown somewhere else. As a matter of fact, it is. Skins. Looking at the recolors of both Fernando and Ashe, we see both have red armor but not purple. Fernando's red armor is daring while Ashe has Helion. They both don't have purple recolor and there is a reason for that. But that's for a different video. Yes, I know I'm a very big tease, get over it. Now, when I said remember the first point, which is Ashe and Fernando may be related, it's because of the next point. Comparing both Ashe and Fernando, we can see there's a definite difference between technology from the two. See, Ashe has a shield that can be deployed and it moves in its own. She has a cannon which not only fires shots but it also pushes people back. You can argue that Fernando's flame lance does the same thing because it shoots fireballs and it's a flamethrower, but it's different, isn't it? Both Fernando's weapons are fire related, which is firebolt and flame lance, but Ashe has knockback plus the heavy mortar damage. Another thing to point out is that Ashe can save her knockback for later, while Fernando has to use Fireball on the spot whenever you press the key. So we can assume that the technology for Ashe is superior than Fernando's. They both have a charge, but again it's different. Fernando can charge through people and it activates immediately, but Ashe is different again. Her charge up takes time and she travels a lot further and faster without the use of cards. Plus, the first enemy she hits will knock them back as well. And again, the ultimates are the same but different. Ashe can't be damaged for the next 8 seconds if she stays in an area. But that's just for Ashe. If you have allies in the area, they get damaged. Fernando, on the other hand, won't allow the whole team's damage to be dropped below 1500. So you can see why I'm saying they're similar yet different. They say the best solution often tends to be the simplest one. And for that, we need to listen to Holt yet again.
She's pretty much like in her backstory and stuff is a siege machine. She's a one-person unit, right?
So it's possible they were fighting for the same cause and be so different. And there we have it, folks. Another theory to add to the list. Tell me what you think in the comments below. You guys clearly don't listen to me when I say write on the subreddit, so whatever floats your boat. If you liked the video, then press the like button, and if you didn't like it, the dislike button is there as well. Subscribe to me to see more lore theories and other videos, my latest one being how to win on Stone Keep all the time as Kinessa. Now, till next time champions, I will see you all in the realm.